Rivers run dry, dust spreads in the air. 2 dark days, do you have a tear to spare? Make a promise, the world awaits. It's heavy just breathing through this debate. Come on, start a riot. When they love you too much, no, it's fake, fake, or even hate. Don't be scared if the weight paralyzes your state at the gate. No, it's a lot to take in. It's designed to know when, don't wait. Don't be scared when the weight paralyzes your state at the gate.
special Saturday. I'm your host, Mr. J, aka the Joker. And today is a special kind of day. You see, Discourse Syndicate has did something interesting. Oh man, do we always deliver! But before we get into it, make sure you subscribe down below. Hit the like button. Share the content. You know, on Telegram, on Twitter, and on Twitter. And then, of course, comment down below if you're watching the video. And if you're a fight fan, a combative sports fan, well, this is just gonna be up your fucking league, isn't it? You see, when Hex meets fist, or elbow, or knee, you see, Mr. Lund, today, we'll give you literally all of the deets onto his next fight. He's gonna give you all the deets about the sponsorship. Oh yeah, we did that here on Discourse Syndicate. We do all the greatest things here. And sure, some may argue that it's not direct marketing. But listen here, we made sure Mr. Lund is a Hexican. Because we all know that we gotta get our fighters paid. Well, ladies and gentlemen, listen, before we start, I'm gonna go ahead and say hello to my chat. I'm gonna make sure all of you guys get addressed the correct way. And you know why? Because that's what we always do here on this channel. All right, here we go. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is here. All right. What's up, Captain? Yo, what's up, Valiant Brand? Welcome. Yo, Sandstorm. How you doing? What's going on, Hex Luther, Jim Rat? How you doing, Nick Mattis? Middle class working man, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thoughts Child, the Damaja, how you doing? How's it going, Canadian Witch, Willa, Hex, Cat? How you doing, Dingo Wolf? Welcome, welcome. How you doing, Al Merlos? One Man Dan, I think I said hello to you. What's up, One Man Dan? Hello there, Elliot Drake. SJ Reed Sci-Fi. What's up, darling? How you doing? Good to see you. What's up, Russ J Everything? Yeah, please make sure you let everyone know where to find us. Hello there, Mr. Prophet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. David Morales, how you doing? Russ KS02, you are one of the best hacks in the community. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, I'm the most outrageous streamer, right? I got the award for that. Yo, what's up, Maga Rib Crypto? So much ever. Well done, champ, indeed. That's what all I do. That's all I'm gonna do. Yo, what's up, Pulse Chain Poppy? How you doing, Will C and M? K-Pasta Joker, you're looking at it. And how you doing, Tin Top? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to waste too much time. I got this awesome guest that's coming here that's going to make sure that he gives you the time. He's going to let you know what he's doing in his upcoming fight and what to expect from this marketing effort from Discourse Syndicate. So do me a favor, sit down, have some freaking popcorn, and drink your soda. Or, you know what, maybe not soda, drink some water. You know, agua. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, before I begin, as always, I'm going to set some housekeeping rules. Okay? What to expect from this whole ordeal that's going on here. First and foremost, just know that Mr. Lund is very, very busy. He's right now preparing for a fight, so I cannot take too much of his time. I will not be addressing chat as much because I want Mr. Lund to get every bit of his knowledge and everything he has to say pertaining to Hex, pertaining to Pulse Chain, PLSX, his knowledge in crypto. I want him to get it all out. So I might not be addressing chat as much. However, you may talk amongst yourselves in this awesome little box. I mean, it's that simple, right? Always make sure that while we're doing this, you're supporting the effort. Make sure everyone sees this and knows what's going on live. All right? And then we'll go from there. I know it's not a conventional stream. I know you guys didn't expect it. But that's what this is. Surprise! All right. Hold on. All right. Gonna go ahead and do that right there. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. I'm gonna go ahead and lower the music just a little bit. I'm gonna make sure they could hear you guys. You guys can't hear me right now. I know you can't hear me.
Can't hear you.
I know you can't hear me. Now you can, right?
Yeah.
What? Is someone talking?
I'm talking right now with you guys.
But, on, man?
Hello there. By the way, welcome stage right. We have Mayo here, and I'm gonna go ahead and give a shout out to Mayo for putting this all together. If it was not for this man right here, this would not be possible. So thank you, shout out to Mayo for literally all the hard work you put in to make this possible, man.
Sweet, man. Appreciate it.
We have, of course, my awesome Hexy Quinn co-host, Hexy co-host. We have a awesome individual here by the name of Hex Luther, a great partner of mine. The guy is a wealth of knowledge. Hello, and thank you for joining us, Hex Luther. Thank you for being here. And, of course, the main star of the show, Mr. Jake Lund. How you doing?
How's it going?
So, Jake.
Yeah.
You're coming from the combative sports place, man. That in its own deserves like the utmost respect. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I've grown up in Brisbane my whole life. I've been fighting for 12 years now. Most of them have been professional. I've traveled to and from Thailand a lot to fight and train. And after about 45 fights, I've won 40 of them. And yeah, it's put me in the favorite list of these promoters and promotions, which is, got me some good experiences. And yeah, got me 2 world titles. And now I've come back after 2 years of a break and ready to chase a little bit more.
So 2 years of a break. Whoa, that's quite some time, my friend. What happened during this time?
Well, I was kind of just taking the time off to life outside of the ring fully put together before I came back, because it's easy to have your life sorted in the ring. It's easy to have it sorted out, but getting them both together is where the magic happens. And that's what I finally got going now. And I just can't wait to see how I actually fight whilst having it all put together now. So yeah, I successfully did what I wanted to do, and here we are.
Awesome. So in terms of like, you know, combative sports, you do Muay Thai, right? Is there anything else that you do?
I do a little bit of jiu-jitsu and boxing, but Muay Thai, is predominantly what I've been doing my whole career, and most of my fights have been Muay Thai. I've had 1 boxing fight and 1 K1 fight. K1's just Muay Thai without the elbows and the clinch, and boxing's obviously just punching. But Muay Thai, my elbows are pretty good on a world scale, probably my best weapon. So after all my fights,
right they are.
Mayo's like, I felt them elbows before, right? Have you guys sparred before?
Yeah,
Many
times.
Okay. So have you ever trained him for a fight? Like been like a sparring partner for like a pro fight?
Yeah, Jake can probably talk through this a bit better.
I trained Mayo for a fight, and Mayo won a Queensland title. But
Wow.
I can honestly say Mayo's probably hit me up there with the 5 hardest people to hit me in sparring. Mayo's actually there, and I'm not joking.
Okay.
I've sparred Sanchai and like Kem Sitsongpanong, heaps of Thais over in Thailand, and yeah, Mayo has a good left hook.
So his elbows aren't that good. Just what you're saying.
Yeah, I need to work on them, mate.
You know, there's a devastating spinning. What is it? The spinning back elbow. That is a very devastating hit. I've seen Muay Thai fights just get completely ended because they just did the spinning back elbow. And
We'll have a look.
Say again.
Next weekend, I've been practicing them, so.
So as far as like fight experience goes, I mean, let's Luther. Have you ever had any like combative experience in your past or?
Like street fights or professional?
Well, like professional fights or what have you?
Well, that's me.
I boxed for a little bit, only for about a year and a half, but that's the extent of my, I guess, fighting career, other than street fights.
Well, street fights are so different than
It's a different animal.
For sure it is. So in terms of like the difference between like a structured fight and like a street fight, let's hear what you would expect, Mr. Lund. If you could just go, like your average Joe, like what would you tell your average Joe? Like what's the difference?
I think the difference is in the ring, you get more tired because it goes for longer. That's one of the main things. So you have to train for it.
You actually have to be fit, eh?
Yeah, you have to be really fit. You're well matched, so yeah, obviously it goes that little bit longer. But in the street, on the other hand, it's got a little bit more danger. So you're pretty much better off staying out of street fights unless you can defend yourself properly. And even then, that's just self-defense. So I'd say street fighting's more dangerous, but yeah, in the ring, you definitely feel those deep waters if you're fighting someone that's good. Yeah.
There definitely is something called fighter's fatigue, where the stamina is different in the ring or an octagon than it is like on a treadmill. Can you speak in terms of that, Jake?
Yeah, I think your lactic acid, which is just like some sort of fuel in your muscles, that when that starts to go, you just start to feel real heavy. And as soon as that happens, your lungs, you start to feel this sensation in your lungs. And once that goes, your mind's just telling you straight away, like, we shouldn't be doing this. Let's just stop. So mirroring that in training is what's going to get you ready for a fight, so that doesn't happen, so that your mind's not telling you don't want to be there. So I can speak firsthand. My first ever fight, that happened to me, and I was looking at my corner in the round break going, what am I doing here? Like, why did I get into this? I'm blaming
You're like, get me out of here!
Hey, bear in mind, how old were you at that time again? You were so
I was
young.
16.
Oh, wow.
And
So you've been doing this for a
you'd be
while.
surprised. Yeah, you'd be surprised how much more gears you do have after that, though. So your brain's telling you to quit, but I went another 2 rounds after that, and then after I was fine. So yeah, it's a bit you really do have to train for it all and just wrap your head around it to become
Yeah,
it.
It sounds like you had
as well.
to dig
Yeah.
deep in that, from what I'm gathering.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, I've had a little experience in Muay Thai myself, K1 as well. I trained. Shout out to America's finest academy for mixed martial arts in Elizabeth, New Jersey. If you're hearing me, Kiyoshi, I love you, bro. I have a trainer that would actually fanboy the shit out of you.
Okay.
A coach of mine in my previous life. His name is funny. It's Jeff. You know, I'm gonna show this to him, and he's probably gonna be very, very happy about it. Have you ever been to the States?
No, I haven't. I got offered to go once, but I decided not to go because the contract wasn't exactly suitable for me because I had to cut too much weight. But yeah, I got friends over there that I met in Thailand, and it sounds like that's the place to go and fight.
Oh yeah. So describe because I know the difference. Describe the difference between training in Thailand and training in, like, say, Australia or United States.
The atmosphere
It's insane.
the atmosphere is different. Obviously, the air, it's harder to get your breath in because the air is so much more humid and hot in general. The sessions are twice a day. I actually find it a bit easier because you're not working. So over there, training is your work. You've gone over there for a bit of a training holiday. You're not worried about work. You're training twice a day, 3 hours each session. So in that regard, I find it easier. But the Thai trainers, they have no remorse for you at all. Like, when you're training hard, they're just going to push you more. And then when you get to those deep water moments, like I mentioned before, they start punching you in the stomach and just making you do that for days on end. And then all of a sudden you get to your Sunday, they make you train on Sunday. So I think I've only ever burnt out twice in my career. One was there and one was here. But here, my trainer let me go home and sleep, whereas there they didn't care. So,
Wow. So, so Quinn or Luther, do you guys have any questions for Lund before we start diving deep into his training and then eventually going into, like, the sponsorship and all that?
I don't know anything about this Muay Thai fighting, so I'll just be learning. I'll be listening.
You got to learn today.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right. No questions right now, but I'm sure some will pop up. So.
Awesome. I just want to make sure I include you guys in on this. All right, so let's dive into the training camp. Right now, you are preparing for a fight, right?
yeah.
Okay.
I just finished camp.
Oh, you just finished?
Yeah, I finished my camp, and now it's just taper week.
So you're about to fight?
Yeah, I'm fighting in 6 days.
Wow. So that close. Okay. So who are you fighting? Is it like a professional fight or?
Funny, yeah, it's professional. He's from Tasmania, called Chris Drummond. I think it's just a bit of a comeback fight, but you can't underestimate anyone. But funny you talk about street fights before. This guy has had heaps of MMA fights, so I'd say in the street he wouldn't be too worried about me, but we're fighting in my game. And just like when we go over and fight boxers, we have to drop a lot of our tools and then we're fighting them in their game. He's doing that with me. And yeah, I've thrown a prediction out there. I'm going to finish in 3 rounds.
Oh, let's go! and you're gonna be so you're gonna be wearing Hex gear while you're doing that, right?
Yeah, I'm going to walk out with the Hex gear. My corner's going to have it. And yeah, I'll put the gear on after as well. It's just, yeah, during the fight, I'll be just no shirt, just with my Thai shorts.
Let's go.
Yeah, we'll be repping Hex, that's for sure.
Yes. And I know that, like, when Muay Thai fighting, you have, like, that cape, right? There's a cape?
Yeah, a robe.
So
Yeah.
on the robe as well, there will be, like, hex stuff?
Yeah, we're getting that sorted. Hopefully it'll be there in time. What do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, we are rushing as best we can to get everything sorted. The robe itself might not be here on time, but everything else is sorted. If the robe doesn't make it, we're looking at possibly using a Hex flag instead as like a cape.
Let's go.
We'll see how we go. Yeah, we're pushing. It's all a bit of a time schedule, but yeah.
I'm under the impression that Day 43 OG and also Unwrecked Pirate and a couple of other Hexicans who are in Australia are going to attend to this, right? Are they going to be ringside?
Yeah, so I'll be ringside with them.
Yes.
I think we've got a 10-person table, VIP ringside table. I'm trying to get it so it's in closest to Jake's corner as possible.
Let's go. I know you're gonna lose your voice, man. You're
Oh yeah, always do.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I'm not 100% sure if 43 is coming. Unwrecked is definitely coming and bringing some people with him, and then I'll bring in obviously my partner and a couple of their girlfriends that we're trying on board, and possibly someone that works here in the mines with me that we might be onboarding. And then also there's a couple of existing people I've already onboarded in the past that are looking forward to it. We'll get them all in the shirts that we've got going on. Yeah, there should be.
I wish I could
quite
go,
a few
man.
Hexicans there. There'll be at least 10 Hexicans there at the table, and then quite a few other people will be trying to get on board while we're there at the event, and
Awesome.
have a bit of an after party afterwards, and hopefully Jake can celebrate his win with us and meet them all.
I want a first round win. Let's go, Jake. You got this.
A few people have predicted that in my camp, so just quietly. But I'll just stick to me 3 rounds for now. But one would be good. One would be great.
Well,
That spinning elbow, eh?
I will be
Yeah,
rooting
it is.
for you, man. And is there a way that anybody like from the audience here can go watch this fight?
Yeah, look at Rise Championship on the social media platforms, especially Facebook, and they've announced the live stream. It's like livecombatsports.com.au or something, but either way, they put it there yesterday, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, just have a look on their Facebook and you'll see it.
Is there a
Promoter's gonna send me a link on that, and then I'll share it out and I'll share it to you guys, and it'll be all over Twitter, I'm assuming, very quickly.
is there going to be a fee to watch the fight, or is it free?
I think it's $25 or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
$25.
I think the Combat Sports Live charge $25 AU to
Nice.
get the live stream.
So Jake, are you going to be the main event, or?
Yeah, last fight of the night.
Oh my God, bro! Let's go! Oh my God!
Been waiting for it.
Yeah, dude, we're definitely rooting for you. So in terms of marketing, right? And I know that you're going to be out there. You'll do the indirect marketing thing, which is you have the the Hex flag and everything like that as like your robe. Will there be more kind of like direct marketing where like you'll maybe after you're done with the fight there'll be interviews and stuff like that where you can speak on Hex?
Yeah, there's going to be an interview if/when I win. I was thinking of saying something cool, but I kind of want to make you wait to hear it.
Oh no! Don't give it away, man! Don't give it away. Let everybody tune in. So this way we can look for that.
All right.
So this is a question for Mayo. Mayo, do you guys have a way to like hand out business cards and merch and stuff like that to people around the ring?
Yeah, so what I'm doing, I'm still working on it. Obviously, I'm stuck away from home at the moment, but once I get back, I hopefully got enough time. I'm trying to get a t-shirt cannon. If not, I'm going to try and make one. I've got permission from the promoter, so at the halftime show of the night, I'll get up in the ring and probably get unwrecked up there with me or something, and we'll shoot a few Hex shirts out into the crowd.
So you can get it in the ring?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
That is cool, man. That is cool. So you're just going to go up there and just start blasting people in the face with shirts?
Yeah, hopefully blast 2 or 3 shirts out of the ring for everyone. And we've obviously got quite a few extra that will be taken there and be handing them out to all the Jake supporters. So it'll be hex.com with Team Lund and Discourse Syndicate all over them. So it should be good. There should be a bit of a little.
One.
Yeah, I want one too, man. Can you save me one? Give me a shirt,
we'll
bro.
put some aside. There should be a little army running around there supporting Jake, so it should be good. All the Hexicans. And yeah, we'll just print up a few info pamphlets and stuff like that. I'll be handing them out, to all the VIP tables and all the front row seats and stuff like that I can get around to. It's just gonna try and find the time to do it all.
Hey man, look, you're putting in that hard work. Thank you so much for doing that. Discourse Syndicate absolutely appreciates all of that because we need that kind of like effort to continue promoting the good word of Hex, Pulse Chain, PLSX. Dude, we are gonna hit such great all-time highs. We see it in the writing in the wall, man. This little correction phase that we're experiencing is literally nothing, man. So really, really big stuff coming soon, you know? So in terms of your championship status in your past there, Mr. Lund, what is it exactly that you have done in the past? Like, what kinds of titles? I've seen images and pictures of you with like tons of belts. I've seen you with trophies, and bro, I wouldn't want to fight you, bro. you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like I've seen all these awards that you've won, man. Let me know, what have you accomplished in your past?
Well, like I said, I won 40 out of my 45 fights, and I never pick and chose any of them. So I'm always thrown to the wolves and ending up winning. I've went over to Thailand and won 8 Bangla Stadium belts in a row, and I defended them all as well against Russians, Europeans, like Iranians, just anyone, Brazilians. Then when I got back to Australia, they gave me 2 4-man tournament world title fights over in Hong Kong. I got to the final in the first one on a 2-week notice camp, so I wasn't 100% ready, but I still got to the final. Then they gave me another shot because I nearly won that one. Then I won that one, so I won the grand final of the 4-man that time. Won a world title that way. Then when I got back to Australia, I got offered a WBC title fight. They made me start at the bottom. That's how serious WBC is. So I had to go for a Queensland belt, even though I'd already had a world in a different organisation, which was good. So I won that one in 2 rounds, and then I defended it, won the national, defended that, won the international, defended that, and won the WBC world. And then that's when I took my 2-week break, because you can imagine how much effort that all took.
Oh yeah, for sure. Jeez, man, holy moly. Yeah, that sounds like it's been a journey for you, and you don't look too old, man. You look pretty young. And you've done this you're in your 20s, right?
Yeah, I'm 28, so I'm getting there. But I started when I was 16, and I just stretch a lot and try to do sport-specific stuff these days, and eat well. So yeah, I think, obviously I balance it out and have fun as well. But I like to think that I'm gonna stay unscathed for as long as possible, and that's why I'm still doing it. So.
Right. Have you ever thought about transitioning to like the UFC?
A little bit. I just need to train a little bit more jiu-jitsu and wrestling. It's just not a massive passion of mine, and the reason I got to the top with Muay Thai is because I've been really passionate about it. I just feel like it's lacking the passion, so I don't know if I want to force it, but I'm definitely going to lean towards it when I am in my off time. And it'd be great because, a fighter's just a fighter, and I believe I am. So getting in any fight sport, I believe I can do well.
For sure. So there's a current climate in the, I guess in the combative sports realm. And the current climate is that, boxing and UFC are kind of doing this number, right? You'll find that, YouTubers out there such as Jake Paul, he goes out there and he's fighting UFC fighters. He's actually knocked out 2, one being Ben Askren and the other one being not Tony Robinson. Tyrone Woodley. Yes. So these UFC fighters, and one being a world champion, being knocked out by a guy who is a YouTuber, but in boxing. Can you go over why a UFC fighter will be at a disadvantage against a boxer?
Because all the time they've been training on their other tools, the boxer's just been training on those 2 that he's going to use against him. So Tyrone Woodley would have spent maybe, for example, if Tyrone Woodley spent 5 years doing MMA and Jake Paul spent 5 years doing boxing, then I don't know the exact math, but in Muay Thai it'd be 8-2. So you know what I mean? The ratio is right out of whack for in favor of the boxer. So I'd say Tyrone Woodley would have been training a bit longer, but just that's what it comes down to. And Jake Paul would just be full of confidence because of that fact, and confidence and mentality goes such a long way as well. So it just kind of compounds, and like I said before, like that's the same thing that's happening with my opponent coming up next weekend. He hasn't really done that much Muay Thai. He's been doing a lot of MMA. Like, I can't disregard how tough he is in the street. Same with Tyrone and Jake. Tyrone would be way tougher in the street. But they're fighting in a certain sport. It's like, you know, a union player going over and playing league. He's going to take ages to get used to it. But then the league players are going to also get better. So, yeah, I'd say it's just the time, really. The time spent on the craft and your body picking up the mechanics from those certain efforts. You know, like Jake Paul's body will be adapting to the boxing 100%. So he's not making these movements that are unnecessary, whereas Tyrone will be making unnecessary movements. And those little things at such a high level, it's a game of inches, they call it. So there's all the inches there.
Yeah. So I seen when the Ben Askren fight, Ben Askren was fighting Jake, but it looked like he was trying to grab him the entire time. And I'm like, he's fighting like he's a grappler, right? He's not fighting as a boxer. Yeah, so it's like a muscle memory.
Yeah, exactly. And even when you're tired, like, you can train all you want for that short-term fight, but if you haven't done the yards when you're tired in the past with all your experience, then that's going to show even worse when you're tired.
Oh,
because you can fake it all you want, but once you get gassed, then your mechanics go tenfold. And most people just can't even throw when they're tired. But
muscle memory, or not muscle fatigue. You know, I've actually been in a situation where I just couldn't lift my arms anymore.
I
hated it so much, and it was just like, golly, man.
You're like, get away from me.
And it's at that point where you're like, you're throwing kicks, you know, like you're keeping them like far from you. Oh my God, those are some really, like, you have to dig deep, man. Not at your level, bro, but I mean, you know, geez, I know that experience. So as far as Jake Paul goes, I mean, are you aware? Like, are you following this by any chance? What's going on?
Honestly, I don't follow it. Nah, because
he challenged Conor
I've
McGregor.
Seen a few things. Yeah, I saw that. That was actually
MMA.
pretty funny. Yeah.
Really? I didn't even see it.
What? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how that'll go, to be honest.
All right, so hold on. So I had this like standing bet with Hexicans here, and I was like, man, there's no way that Jake Paul is gonna win against Conor McGregor in MMA, in a UFC fight, and for the simple fact of what you just said, right, is that you know he's training so hard in boxing, and if say Conor McGregor's like, yeah, you know what, I'll face him. Well, Jake Paul hasn't trained in kicking. Like, sure, he did like his wrestling and stuff in the back, you know, like back when he was when he was a kid. But it's not to the level of a UFC fighter.
Yeah, I saw him kicking the pads not long ago. He did one video of it, and that was enough for me to realize he needs to do a lot more of that if he's gonna fight Conor.
Agreed. You know, and then of course, like, your shins get conditioned. Right, you can't. I mean, even at a level of a Conor McGregor, the last injury that he had was a broken shin. Like was it a shin or was his ankle? Hit by his leg.
Yeah, I think it was his. Yeah, I'm not sure what the exact bone is, but I think it was his ankle, and it was from something strange. I don't even know if it was a kick.
Like, he stepped wrong, and his leg bowed.
Yeah, I've seen it happen before as well in a local scene. Someone's thrown a punch and snapped their leg. So yeah, leg conditioning is so important, and
can you imagine? Can you imagine, like, if you haven't done this for a while, like kicking the way that you should? And the thing is, there's also different pads, right? So like the Muay Thai pads are way different than the regular like pads you would train on in a gym, which it conditions your shins.
Yeah, I've only just got my leg conditioning back now after having my 2 years off, because I did boxing on my year after that. So I had 2 years off, then one off-season year, which was last year, and I did all boxing then. And then now I've done about 3 months of kicking, maybe more, maybe 6 months of kicking, and pretty like tough, high standard and heaps of training. But still, like, my legs have only just come good.
Wow!
Like,
wow!
Yeah, it takes a long time to get your legs conditioned, 100%, and it goes quick.
Yeah, it definitely does. If you don't condition your legs, for even a couple of months, it's like it starts hurting real bad again. Right?
Yeah, they're slow and uncoordinated.
There's nothing like a bit of shin on shin, AJ.
Oh,
I'm looking forward to it. I miss it.
Yeah.
so you know, since you've taken this long time off, right, and you're not essentially you don't seem like you have that ring rust. You seem like you're ready to go.
Yeah, my team are all saying that I'm ready and I don't have ring rust. I never want to get ahead of myself. I believe, you know, I've come back good before after a layoff. This is the longest layoff I've had. But you know what? Like, I guess you don't get this far in a fight sport unless you have what you can't teach as well. And they say heart is number one, then it's technique, and then power. And like at the end of the day, like I said, when you get tired, I think my muscle mechanics are good enough to come through. And yeah, like even though I'm aware of being potentially rusty, I'm not going to let it affect me. And hopefully my team are right and I'm just better than I've ever been. But yeah, I'm taking it one step at a time.
That's good. That's good. You know, I'm not going to ask about your technique or what you're planning on doing, but how do you see the third round ending?
Good question. There's many things that could happen. I think I'm hoping one of them doesn't happen and he doesn't just give up. But I think he's gonna try punch really hard early, and then when he realizes that none of it bothers me, that's when he has the opportunity to either give up or get beaten up. And I think, I don't know, hopefully it's like a highlight reel knee or elbow or head kick, but I don't know. I'll predict a jumping knee to the head.
Yeah.
You're gonna try to Jorge Masvidal that guy, huh? Flying knee, right?
Sold. I'm watching it.
That's what he's good at. Like, ever since I saw his highlight reel of him doing jumping knees to the head, it's just been something in my head of me thinking, oh, I could do that to you. I don't know. That's the competitive side of me, I guess.
I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it better than you. That's what you're thinking.
Yes, that's it. That's 100%.
So
See it done.
have you ever heard of this fighter named Rotang? I think
Yeah, I have. He's pretty good. Little Thai dude on one championship.
Yeah, I seen like some really crazy like footage of him, like just literally just taking shots and putting down his guard and just being like, "What are you gonna do?" The guy is pretty scary. Would you ever see yourself fighting that guy?
Nah, because we're different weight divisions.
Okay.
Yeah, but if he was my way, I'd love to be honest. But no, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, well, you know, that would have been.
What weight do you fight at right now?
I'm light heavyweight. I fight 79 kilos. Sometimes I go down to 76, which is probably my best division. But yeah, Rod Tank fights at like 63, I think, something like that.
Oh, a lot lighter.
Maximum.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a lot lighter. No, he's a beast, man. I was watching that guy and I'm like, oh my god, man. There's people like that out there that can take those really heavy blows. I mean, he's a rising star.
Wouldn't say it's the healthiest way to approach a fight, but it's definitely entertaining and he's tough, eh?
Yeah, he's tough. I mean, you know, I'm in my craft, I'm a psychologist. I know a lot about the brain, and whenever I see like really like hard hits like that, I could just think like, man, there's cerebral fluid in there that like makes your brain slosh back and forth as it's hitting into the skull.
God.
Like, it just
surely it doesn't take. Hey, it doesn't take much to realize that that's not healthy, eh?
Yeah. Right, that's what I'm saying.
You want to really enjoy it, eh? If you let it happen.
For sure. So, let's speak in terms of Hex, right? Because I don't want to take too much of your time. So Hex, what do you know about it? What do you think about it? What do you think about cryptocurrency? Like, what's your mindset on it?
I actually didn't know anything about crypto until I spoke to Mayo. A lot of my friends get invested in it. I knew nothing about it except that I wanted to learn about it. And as soon as this opportunity came about, it didn't really take much for me to realize that I want to delve into it. And now I have invested a little bit into Hex, and yeah, I'm pretty interested in it. It's not like many other investments that I have invested in before. Not that I've done a lot, but yeah, I'm interested in it for sure.
So you said you've invested. Are you staked?
Yeah. 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Are you aware of our high percentage yield every year?
Kind of.
So
Yeah.
there is a APY of 38%, around 38-40%, where you're supposed to get from your stakes, whatever you put in, every single year you're getting 38 to 40% on those stakes. And then of course, if say, you know, or when, not if, but when the price goes up more and it starts pumping to that point, not only are you getting that percentage yield into your stake, you know, into your wallet, but you're also, it's increased in value. You know, it becomes this awesome savings account that you can't really touch until the end when you're able to take it out. I mean, there's so many really great things about it. And then not only that, but everything that you have put into Hex is now being duplicated on this chain called Pulse Chain that Richard Hart just put out. Oh, not just, he didn't put out just yet, but he's working on putting out. And that is, it's literally going to double. So whatever you put in, you're getting 2 times the amount.
Okay. Is that the where it says accrued under the amount? It says however much money has been accrued. Is that the percentage that you were talking about originally?
I'm guessing you're looking at your Staker app to see the accrued amount, right?
Yeah.
Yep, that would be the daily accrual that you're getting. It's just adding
Right.
to that on the Staker app.
Yeah,
And
that's
make
what
it very
was
easy
mentioned
for you.
just before about the 40%. That'd be the
Yeah, so that's your yield. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll see
Yeah,
that
yeah.
as your yield. If you're staked at least as long as the current average stake length or longer, then you'll see that 38%.
Oh yeah.
So your shorter stake, like your 1 year stake, isn't going to see that 38%, but your 10-year will definitely.
Yeah. What is the average? Is it like 5 years or 6 years?
The average is 6.32 years right now.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and that's how many stakers? That's a lot of. We have about 10%.
83,000 stakers right now.
Yeah,
Something like that.
so a lot of people are even currently staked, and that average is pretty awesome, you know. So you're in a winning token here that is again made and developed by an individual by the name of Richard Hart. If you haven't watched his stuff, unfortunately right now he's banned off of YouTube. I'm not sure why, but whenever he gets his YouTube channel back up, I would certainly take some time to go ahead and watch his stuff. The folks here on Discourse Syndicate, guys, we are we are so knowledgeable here, and we can really answer a lot of questions, a lot of concerns, because you know what? Since you are staked, this is going to be paying you for quite some time, right? And we all know, based upon the current like outcry right now with fighter pay, that you know what, fighter pay needs to be increased. But in the interim of things, as you know, fighters are fighting for that, we should, you know, there are other things that we can do to make money and hopefully support like your training camps and get you back out there and not worrying about, you know, man, you know, this fight, I have this medical bill I got to worry about. I got to worry about paying my coach and my team. And I mean, there's a lot of expenses that come with fighting. So this could be a great way to supplement that income that, you know, again, you know, that you may not be getting, you know, by say a Muay Thai fight or even a UFC fight. You know, I'm hearing even in that sense, it's not really that great.
Yeah, exactly. You're right. I've felt it already. There's a real change, so I'm excited to keep going.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
see, that's the hardest thing he was talking about before, you know, like with the Thais, they train 3 hours a day, twice a day. You know, here in Australia, Jake's trying to get a couple of hours training in a day, and then, you know, he still has to go to work and do a shift every day. So
That man, I don't know how you do it, Jake. Really, I don't know how you do it. If you're working and then you're training for a fight, I mean, it's like that's like 3 full-time jobs, bro.
Oh, it's so brutal, but I guess training's a bit of an outlet, you know, like working just bores the shit out of me, and training kind of just balances me out and just makes me have a bit of therapy, I guess.
I beat up people for therapy. Pow! Like,
It works. You should drive more.
Well, yeah, no kidding. You know, it's like your boss pisses you off. You're like, you know, I'm going in the frickin' gym. Come here, Mayo.
Yeah.
I bet you Mayo feels it that day, right? It's like, what's wrong? Why
I'll
are
tell you
you?
what. that first day I went back and seen Jake last week on my week off. One of Jake's trainers there held the pads to me. It's the first time I hit the pads in probably 2 years since I had my injury. And man, it was the best feeling thing I've had in ages. Just unleashing everything on a bunch of pads and not worried is really good.
Well, hey man, you know you're gonna be sparring and training with Jake during the time that he's preparing for a fight. I don't, like being a sparring partner at that point, you're just like, all right, dude, chill. Like,
I think I'm just Jake's punching bag anyway. Really, aren't I?
I had 4 people rotating on me on Thursday night.
Oh wow!
Because you do Shark. You have to do
tell them about
Shark
Shark Tank. Yeah.
Shark Tank's exactly what it sounds like. You're pretty much sparring, but because you got the fight coming up, they all rotate on you in intervals of like 30 seconds over the round. And this one was brutal on the weekend. 2 days ago. We had like a former world champion, Jay Tonkin. He's one of my main training partners now. He's like almost on my level in regards to like achievements, but because he's lighter, it's a little bit easier to handle, but he's good. And then there's another guy, so he's the best in Australia at 72.5, and then there's the best in Australia at 70 kilos was there as well. And then my student who I trained for a while, who's 16 fights 14 wins, who's my weight, was there. Then there was another guy there that's cruiserweight who's heavier, who's fighting next weekend. And then one of my trainers, Lucas, who's like 110 kilos, was grappling, and all of them were doing 30-second intervals on me. And so that's 6 3-minute rounds, 30 seconds with each of those guys.
And they're fresh, right? They're just fresh, each one of them.
Yeah. We didn't need Mayo, that's for sure.
So wait, Mayo, have you been training with Jake recently, or are you just holding the pads and whatnot?
It's only just sort of started happening again with what's going on. But yeah, obviously, it's got me quite motivated to get right back into it now.
Oh, I'm sure, man. You got that thirst.
I think me and Jake, yeah, man. Jake's made me hungry again, thirsty again. I think we're going to definitely link up after this fight, and I'm going to start going hard again, I think.
I want to go back in the gym now too. I mean, I haven't been in like a fighting gym for like since I was like, I don't know, 31, 32. And
I'll participate in the Shark Tank. I'll be one of the sharks.
I'll jump in. No.
Yes, let's do it.
Me with Jake,
Hey.
Ready?
Let's
we'll
go.
rotate everyone.
Let's
We'll
rotate.
call the Shark Tank on Joker's show.
So in terms of I guess let's rope it back into Hex. I mean, obviously there's this the staking feature as we spoke about. Do you find yourself to be more involved in the community like later after your fight? Because you're gonna feel some type of love, man, that you probably never felt by any community. The Hexicans are so freaking supportive, man. We're gonna be cheering you on. We're gonna be you're gonna have the Australian Hexicans that are gonna be there. They're gonna be shooting the freaking the t-shirts out in the crowd and stuff. But we want to keep supporting you in what you do. Would you like to have more of a presence in the community? Do you want to help us kind of like promote you even more, like in a direct way?
Yeah, I think I'll be coming in probably every fight prep at least like once or twice. I'm going to be talking to you guys from what I was told. I'd definitely be keen to obviously learn more as well. So I'd say, yeah, I'll be around.
That's
sure.
Good to hear. From what I'm hearing, you're going to be on the late night show with a bunch of the Australians that we have here on Discourse Syndicate, and I'm sure they'll be very pleased to have you on their show. So that's awesome that you're deciding to do that with us here. And then look, man, the more that we onboard, the more that we get like people kind of like acclimated to Hex and understanding of Hex. I mean, as you know, there's a lot of like money in the fight game. There's a lot of people out there with a lot of big bucks that are doing like, they're betting on fighters like yourself. those are the people that we certainly need to like show this in front of, because at the end of the day, the more money that sees this and sees this product, the more that they're going to be interested, the more they're going to want to get, you know, involved. And then people like you who will eventually have a nice fan base will see this, and you know, your fans, your fight fans will be like, man, you know, like this guy, you know, he has his Hex stuff on there. What is it about? And if you're inclined to be like, you know what, hey, you know, it's not just a sponsor, it's something that I'm invested into, that I believe in. I mean, it just gives it more of like an authenticity, and it gives it more of like a, hey, look, this is really cool and legitimate.
Yeah, I agree. That's why it's probably meant to be this partnership. And because like I said, I wanted to kind of invest in crypto before I even met you guys and spoke to Mayo about it. So
well Mayo, Mayo certainly saved you from other cryptocurrencies, man. You know, so
thanks, man.
Still mates are for, eh?
There are a lot of bad cryptos out there that are scamming people, that are really screwing people over, and it's not cool what they do. And to be honest with you, it's just, you know, it really hurts the space for what it's worth. Hex is the diamond in the rough. So is Pulse Chain and PLSX. Most Richard Hart products that are out there are a blessing, man. You really fell into a golden nugget kind of situation. Mayo, good job really saving your friend here, really.
Oh man, the timing was great for him. He got it in the dip. He got it before the duplicate airdrop.
Oh yeah,
I think it was perfect.
Perfect timing for sure. There's another thing. There's another mechanism, by the way, there, Jake, that can help you accumulate some funds. And I know a lot of Hexicans out there don't really like it, but there are also a lot of Hexicans that do like it. It's free money, guys. Okay, if you don't believe in Hedron, I understand. You know, a lot of people may have some back thing about it or whatever, but I always advocate for anyone to get free money. Okay, if it's free, it's for me. If there's two, I want three. You know what I mean? So, look, it's Hedron. If you're staked in Hex, you can claim this Hedron thing to just get free coins, and then you could just cash it out if you want. You could hold it, you can cash it out, whatever you want to do. But it's for Hex stakers. So while you're holding your stakes, it pays you in this coin, and just get some money for it, right? So Mayo, are you familiar about Hedron?
Yeah, mate, I know all about it. I've claimed. I haven't taught Jake about it yet, but we'll get him
going.
Yeah, come on, he has to claim his multiplier, bro.
Yeah.
Give Mayo some credit.
He's got a lot to take on. I don't want to distract him from his fight too much yet, but I'm sure there's enough time.
Listen, Jake, man, don't stop bothering this man until you claim your Hedron, because right now it's at a 9x multiplier, which means you're getting 9 times the amount than you would if you didn't claim. And that's for the entirety of your stake, and you get this coin every single day. It mints every single day, which means it's free money every single day.
How long's the multiplier up for again?
I think it's 9x,
days. Right? So 9x for 10 more days, and then it goes down to 8x for 10. It's a 100-day launch cycle, going down 1x every 10 days.
Yeah, so make sure you go ahead and claim that multiplier, and then just get your free money, dude. Like, why not?
Yeah, well, I'll be back home in a couple of days, and I'll walk him through it, and we'll get that 9x.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, so we spoke about Hex. We spoke about the current climate in in your fight camp, and you're being ready. Is there like an after party after the fight?
I was just about to mention that before my mind. That's when I was going to ask Mayo about this thing, the extra money, the free money. But
free money.
Yeah, after party. I think, isn't it your birthday, Mayo?
No, it's my missus' birthday party. It's her birthday on the same night. So yeah, we'll be celebrating, obviously, Jake's win, and my missus' birthday party as well. And then everyone, it's open to anyone that wants to come, I guess, pretty much.
Well, you should.
Where is it?
So we'll be going out. Well, it's probably hard for you guys overseas. I don't know, but here in Brisbane. Yeah. So it's in Brisbane. So obviously the event's at the Sleeman Centre. Once we finish up there, we'll be heading into the Valley in Brisbane, and going out there for the rest of the night.
Well, good.
Probably
So are you guys gonna get like a play like in a lounge in a club? Like what is that? Or
Yeah, we've got I'm hard to try and organise. Sorry, but I'm trying to organise a limo. So we've got a limo for the 10 of us as well after the fight's finished. From the fight to town in Valley, there's a club there. We've got like a booth booked. And that's pretty much it, I guess. And then we just sort of wing it from there. See where the night takes us.
So, Jake, the sponsorship. Are we going to be rocking Hex for the entire year, or how long are we doing this?
Yeah, we're doing it for a minimum of 3 fights.
Okay.
If I do it before a year, it's a year. But which I'm sure I will. But yeah, it's just if it's after a year, 3 fights. Yeah, I'm excited for the 3 fights, to be honest. I had that in my mind anyway. I visualized the 3-fight comeback at least. And yeah, this came about. So like I said before, it seems like it's meant to be.
Nice. So it's not just this one fight. It's for 3 more fight or 2 more fights
2
after
more
this.
after.
2 more after. Okay.
2 more after.
Or 3 more
And
after, or
they're
2
gonna-
more after? I didn't hear you.
2 more after, but
Okay.
I'm going to try get 3 more after within a year. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not just one, hoorah, boom, it's done. It's 3 fights and hopefully maybe 4 altogether. So are we looking at a possible championship fight?
yeah, well, this one is a championship, but it's not like on the same level in regards to my past championships, in my opinion. You're only as good as your next fight and your last fight kind of thing. So it's still just as important, but yeah, as a stature, it's not as big as like a WBC world title. But I think I'm going to have a trilogy with this guy called Charlie Bubb, or a few other people that are really high up in my weight division in Australia. So yeah, there's going to be a huge fight in there, no doubt.
Good.
So I think-
I'd love to hear that.
Jake might know a bit more than me about this, but with the promoters that are promoting the shows for this week's event, I think they're hosting another event later in the year. And I don't know if it's 100% on the cards. Jake might know, but there's a potential for, they call it the diamond belt, is it, Jake? They might be trying to get up for grabs for Jake and another Aussie.
There's a belt called a WBC Diamond Belt. That's the prerequisite is you have to have a WBC World title to qualify to go for it. And yeah, they said that I'm the only person in history to win the state, national, international, and world title, but I haven't got the Diamond Belt yet. And obviously that just made me want to get it. And they've said I qualify for it, so yeah, it might be for that.
That would be amazing if you were to get that diamond belt, because there's a term called diamond hands in crypto. So
Okay.
yeah, so that would be pretty freaking awesome that a Hexican will have a diamond belt along with diamond hands as they're holding in their stakes with Hex. That's cool, man. I really like
We'll
that.
do everything we can to get this diamond belt in his hands, I reckon.
Yes. I would love to see you with that diamond belt, man, and really all power to you. I've looked at some of your stuff, and man, you're pretty freaking lethal with your fighting technique. Man, I'm excited. I'm so excited.
So am I.
All right, so I guess anything else you'd like to go ahead, because I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you said you had about an hour. We're bridging about an hour and 5 minutes. Anything you'd like to say to the Hexicans, the Hex community? Anything you'd like to promote? Now's your chance. Go ahead.
Well, promote Hex. Thanks, guys. Thanks for what you do for me. Also, if you want to follow my social media, guys, to stay up to date with these 3 fights, I got Instagram. It's at Jake Lund with 2 A's. I'm posting most of my stuff on Instagram, but I also have Twitter now and an athlete page on Facebook. My Twitter, I haven't got up and running properly yet. It's still new, but yeah, feel free to follow that page on Instagram, Twitter, or yeah, Jake Lund athlete page on Facebook. That'd be great. And also thanks to Optimum CBD for what they do for me.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jake, for your time and for what you're doing here. You know, good luck, best of luck to your fight. I mean, I know you're gonna win. I'm putting that out in the universe. You're winning. You're wearing Hex stuff.
Damn right
You're gonna win.
In the first round.
In the first round knockout. Give me a spinning elbow. I want to see that. I want to see.
I'll probably throw one of them at least.
He has told me about a secret training technique he's been trying with his spinning elbow, so we'll see if that comes out.
Ooh, well, remember this interview when you do it.
Awesome.
All right, well, thank you very much, Mayo and Jake. Go ahead, Mayo.
Before we go, actually, I just wanted to touch two things that has been brought up with Jake before he goes.
Sure.
Say, I know Joker asked you about the UFC, if you would ever go to the UFC, and just for a history lesson too, Jake has fought someone previously. I can't remember the name. Jake would know off the top of his head.
Blood Diamond.
Someone that there you go. So he's knocked out a bloke before called Blood Diamond. He's now a UFC fighter. So
Wow.
the history is there with the capability to do that, man. So I think if Jake is keen, I think there's definitely potential there to go across to something like that and grow
Jake,
even more.
If you do the UFC, man, I would. Oh my God. I'd fanboy the fuck out of you. I'm like, dude, I fucking interviewed that guy.
Yeah.
Oh
So we'll
man,
see how
especially
he
that you're a
goes.
Hexican, it'd be great, man, to see you in there in the octagon. You know, definitely I could see the hunger in your stride and in your technique and what you've done in your past. So, dude, you know, go for it, reach for the stars, man. I know you can achieve it, and you got the Hexicans that are behind you.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it.
And I mean, moving forward, I think Jake agrees. I mean, and Discourse Syndicate want to keep this as an ongoing thing. So, you know, this three fights, 12 years, this could just be the beginning for everyone.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%, 100%, man. Discourse Syndicate has a lot of great things going on in the background, a lot of business kind of stuff with the Mountain Crypto Advisors, and then that financial mechanism that they just launched the other day. Really cool stuff. So they're absolutely capable of continuing sponsorships. And you know what? You know, now that you're with us here today, and also for the rest of the year, I know that you definitely will. You're definitely favored in our court, man. So no worries.
Yeah, I think this is just the start of something
Huge.
Enormous. I think this is going to be huge for everyone. So, and both sides.
Oh, for sure.
So, looking forward to
100%.
it. I'm looking forward to it. You know, there's three for me is just the beginning, and you know, I think Jake, as these 1, 2, and 3 fights go on, he'll see it as well, and he'll be.
Well, he's gonna win. He's gonna win all these belts. He's gonna win the diamond belt, and then we're gonna be like, "Hey, man, let's continue.
Money on that
Let's continue."
And you know what he said just before? You want to go to the States and fight? Let's make it happen.
Bro, if you come to the States, oh my, bro, come to New Jersey, New York, bro. We're gonna party.
Yeah.
We're partying.
I think there's a show called Lion Fight in America. So yeah, if I could get on that, I would.
Well, I would actually, to be honest, I would reach out to my my old gym that I used to train at, and I'll be like, hey, can you guys like provide this guy a place to train before his fight?
Yeah.
You know,
That'd be
so,
awesome, mate.
After these 3 fights, like we said, the name will be a bit bigger, and yeah, these promoters might be knocking on the door for sure.
hell yeah, man. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time, man. Again, I don't want to leave you too much. I know you're busy and doing your thing, and hey, thanks.
Thanks for the help.
Wait,
Can we get a
Jake-
photo so I can post a photo on my Instagram?
Yeah.
How do we do that? Do we just
take a
can you do it,
screenshot?
Mayo?
Take a screenshot. Are you on your phone? Just a screenshot.
Nah, it's
Oh,
on the laptop.
screenshot. Is it? Oh, hang on.
I think Joker would have to do it from his.
Yeah,
He's got
Joker,
Joker
you
to
do it for us.
You want me to do it?
I'm on my phone as well.
Yes, please.
I got you. All right, here we go.
There you go. Hands up. Diamond hands.
All right.
Diamond, I got it. You got it too?
You can get Luther up.
Oh, wait,
When you get
Luther.
your hands
Oh,
up.
there we go.
Everyone go.
Awesome. All right, let me
Awesome.
make
Guys,
sure.
be
I
sure to
got,
follow. Be sure to follow him. I posted his Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube channel in the chat. So hit those
you.
links. Make sure you're subscribed and follow him.
Thanks,
Yeah.
mate. Thank you.
Yeah,
no
get
problem.
on board. And if I think we need to help himself his Twitter better. Let's try and make him an awesome cover photo and stuff to put up there. And hopefully we get some good shots on this event, and we'll get them
Yeah,
up.
we can do it. We can do it.
100% we can. All right, well, let me go ahead and close out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming here and seeing Mr. Lund, Mayo, my awesome co-host, Hexicans, and a great special guest here from Pulsification, Hex Luther. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for subscribing, liking the content, coming down last minute. I get it. Last minute on Saturday. I usually don't stream on a Saturday, but when it's something this important, where we have a legend coming onto this channel, we certainly need to go ahead and do it. So thank you very much for literally everything. Be on the lookout tomorrow. I'm going to be doing a live stream with Hexologist. Oh, yeah. Hexologist, the guy who onboarded me into Hex, and I've never live streamed with him before. So tomorrow on Pulsification, official Pulsification, I will be live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a crazy interview. You don't want to miss that. Anyway, thank you very much for coming out tonight, and I will see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye!